Okay, I'm inside of a cave, Edison Cave, number 1. This is the westernmost cave. I'm on my way out, and of course the flashlight died. I did most of the cave. There's one little tiny tube I didn't feel like crawling through, which is unfortunate because I could see it had a cool ice formation near the end. Oh well. So yeah, so here's a nice ice glazed floor. To get out of here, I need to get up there, but it's smooth ice. And it's above freezing, so it's lubricated with liquid water, very wet. If I slip, it might hurt. Of course, there's a lot of formations here, so I want to be careful of those. So long story short, I'm going to climb over this rock to the other side where it's safer. So all I got to do is get over to this rock here. So on the way in, I already showed you ice formations back here. I can do it again. All right, there we go. It's beautiful. Cool. Notice the glaze here, the icy glaze. All right, notice how thin that ice formation is. All right, I got my backpack, but don't really have room to wear it climbing up here. So I have to very carefully, oops, hang on a second. So you gotta be very careful about where I put my foot. So climbing up is the hard part because my head's heading straight towards the ceiling. So I have to be careful not to go up too high, bang my head against the ceiling. Even with a helmet, that could hurt. In fact, I know a guy who got his neck hurt recently caving. I wasn't there, so I don't know how it happened, but I could think about 10 different ways it could have happened. Anyway, man, I like how it's like a little forest, ice forest here. So obviously, if there's no ice, this would be the easiest way through because the ceiling is tallest. But I don't want to mess up the ice. So I'm going to go straight through here, trying to avoid these ice formations. The floor could be a little bit slippery here. But as you can see, if I'm talking, that means I'm still technically alive. You see how the ground doesn't have ice for a while, but then it does. So I'm gonna go straight through the middle here, just because it looks easiest. I'm very lazy. All right, whoops, hit my head on the ceiling again. Okay, so look at this. If I go straight through here, I basically gotta crawl across that ice. But it's very slippery. I'm not even sure if that would work very well. If I fall to the left, I'm gonna be basically back where I started. I wouldn't mind going down there and checking out that cool ice formation, but I don't think it'd be safe. So what I need to do is go over here to the right, because that way if I slip, I don't have far to slip. Plus it's got the most rock and sticks inside the ice to act as sort of a grips. It won't quite be enough. I'm still going to be doing some slipping, but I'll be able to make progress. Hopefully not get too badly injured. This is a cave, it'll be easier. Oops, hold on a second. There's a lot of rocks and stuff embedded in the ice. So later in the summer, when more of this ice is melted, oh, come on, focus, you fool. When more of this ice is melted, there'll be more stuff visible through the ice. It'll be easier and safer to get around. But I don't want to wait. I want to see this cave with lots of ice. I got some other stuff planned for later this year. Plus I just happen to be in the neighborhood. And the weather forecast is good. It's going to be like sunny, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously. You can tell here footprints, people climbing out of the cave. I don't remember if that was me or it was somebody else, but yeah. All right, well, either way, zero trace is an ideal that we have to not affect the cave at all. But just to be breathing here, bring your body heat and so on. It's not really such thing as zero trace. It's like the ideal gas law. Even with helium, it's not quite ideal gas. Wonder what gas is the closest. Helium is my first guess. Unless, I don't know, does a higher energy plasma of hydrogen count? Or would hydrogen be more, yeah. Yeah, I'm still leaning towards helium. Low pressure helium. 1 microtorr. All right, here we go. There we go. Wow, it's sunny out there. I bet it's hot. I'm gonna take off my jacket on the hike home. Whew. First, I gotta get out of here. All right, well, this concludes my tour of Edison Ice Cave.